Uh-huh.
It's time for Across the Pond Show, where friends near and far gather to discuss everything under the sun and answer all of your burning questions. Now, get ready for diversity and delightful conversations. Join us every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. UK time, only on WLFE DB Radio.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Across the Pond, the show where friends near and far gather to talk about everything under the sun and answer all your burning questions. Hello, I'm one of your American hosts, Matthew, from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Oh, no, every time.
Wait, Brian, you go.
Hi, guys. You know me. I'm your second American host, Brian. I currently reside in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. And as always, we are having technical difficulties with Brett because I have no words for that.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but every time we go live, we're like our audio is still there, but Brett's isn't. Maybe it's because we're on laptops and he's on a iPad. Hello, darling.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, Queen.
Yes. Hi, everyone. I am your British host, Brett, from London, UK. Woo.
Yes. So we think when you popped off, Brian and I were talking, I wonder if the issue with your sound is because you're on an iPad. Like, we're both on laptops. So maybe,
Okay, I'll give next week, and I'll remind myself to use my laptop next week.
I mean, that's all I can really think of because it
Strange.
we have sound right away, but you have to hop off and hop back on. So it's really weird.
Strange.
Girl, you're fired.
We'll have to find out next week. Tune in next week to find out.
Yeah,
Every
Am I
week.
still being censored by Facebook, YouTube, and StreamYard, or am I just,
it might.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
Brett, go ahead. It's your week. If you'd like to discuss the topic, and I hear we have a guest.
Yes, so I'm really excited. So this week, everyone, we're going to be discussing dating our relationship. And this week, we also have our first guest, who is an outstanding friend of mine. One of my, we've known each other about 5 years nearly. And before he comes on, I do have a funny story about us both. So my friend, of course, is Mikey. So he's going to be joining us. A funny story about us two that I was thinking about this week that I thought would be quite funny to say was we went out for drinks once and we were being sensible. We were going to leave at a sensible time because we had work the next morning. So we left the bar about 11:30 and we went to get on the tube. So we both got on the tube, which is the subway, like the underground train. And we both got on there and we fell asleep.
Oh my!
And so we missed our stop. So we ended up outside of London, in the middle of a place called Essex, where the train terminated. And because it was during the week, there's no night tube. So we were like, shit, what do we do? So by this time, it's about 12:30, 1:45. And we're probably about 30 miles from home. So we ended up so we're like, well, let's find a McDonald's or something. So because we were quite drunk, we didn't get McDonald's. To be fair, I don't even remember if there was a shop there. We ended up getting this random bus, thinking, oh, that will take us near our home. It took us further into Essex. It terminated, so we got off, and I'm literally ringing people to try and work out how we get home. It's like 2 a.m. by this point, probably maybe even 2:30 a.m. And we were standing there like panicking, like, what do we do? And out comes, it was really weird. Outcome for the distance was like a bus that said a place called Oxford Circus which was near where we started our journey from the club or our bar. So I ran, jumped in front of the bus. We got onto the bus. We did that bus. We got to Oxford Circus. We got off. We changed buses to go and get a new bus. And we sat at the bus stop. And Mikey was quite drunk.
Oh my!
And someone offered him a cheese and onion sandwich, and he was like, "Oh, fuck off!" And I was just like, at this point, he'd had his phone stolen as well, so we're having to deal with the whole situation as well.
Oh my god!
So we got on the second bus. We got off the bus near our home, and by that point, I wanted food because I wanted McDonald's because it was like 5:30 a.m. He wanted bed, and he had to be up at 6 for work, and so we got home at 5:45 in the morning.
Oh my god!
So it was an extreme journey. By that point, we'd sobered up and pissed each other off. But me and Mikey were we're really good friends. We fight all the time. We bicker over random shit. Like literally, like we have a fight after every night out almost, but we never remember why most of the time. But yeah, so that's a funny story about me and Mikey, about how we met, and
Oh my
also
God.
our crazy nights out. That's just an example. So if you ever come on one, like be prepared for a detour for about 40 miles. So at that, it's time to introduce. So Mikey, for those who don't know who Mikey is, he is 31. He is very much into his vintage clothing and has in the past managed vintage clothing stores in London. And he is also into his drag and also has a lady drag sort of persona, Titanic. Please welcome to the show, Mikey.
Hey,
Hi, everyone! I'm
Hi,
going to
Mikey.
and denim. You've already seen me, but nobody else has. Got dressed up, everyone. Also, happy holidays to people. Happy holidays. I didn't say that. Or happy New Year to everyone as well. I don't know why I was going to do it in inverted commas. Yeah, hi.
oh my God, hello.
Welcome on our show,
hello,
Mikey.
because I've already
So
been
nice to have
introduced.
you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes, we're so excited that you're here and you're our first guest on our show.
Yes.
Woo!
Yes.
Loving life. You're going to hear that a lot.
Yeah,
Guys.
I love that. So I was going to ask you. Oh, I have a question for you. So I hear that Brett says that you are a lover of drag.
Yes, I'm a lover of drag, but it's more like, do you know what? I'll give you the reason for the name that I had. I was in a drag bar called the Admiral Duncan. It's closed at the moment. I think it's going to close down. It's a really staple bar here, but really sad. And I was drinking a gin and tonic, and I accidentally said to the barman, "Can I have a Titanic?" And I was like, "Hang about, that could be my drag name." So I was like, "Cause I like the old tonic, and my drag is sinking ship." Titanic was born. So that was that.
Oh
is
my God.
He also loves his gin as well.
Yeah, well, exactly.
He
I love
loves a
gin
good
as well,
gin,
to
Mikey
be honest.
does. And
I
of
love
course,
that
not-
name and how you
I'm
got
not-
it. Like it's
That's
so
right.
cool. Yeah, it's like that's one of the things. Like as you know, and everyone watching, like that I do drag. It's one of the things that's cool. Like when you meet a new drag queen or you become friends with a new drag queen. Like, how did you get your name and how did you get to like where you are? Like just asking them those questions. So that's cool. How you were just like randomly drinking at a bar and you're like, oh no, I have a drag name. Like
I have a drag name.
So
That's
cool.
what happened. I have a drag name. That's it. That's
yeah.
it.
I freaking love that. That is so cute.
And
Come
like,
on, Titanic, girl.
we got some fun comments already. Ted says, hello guys. Hey Ted.
Hi,
Hey,
Ted.
Ted.
Yes. Thank you for okay, so I have to make an announcement and with and kind of give some appreciation to Ted. So as many of you know who've been watching our show and following us and watched last weekend and seen the posts we've made, we made a big announcement that we would be joining today Cutting Edge TV Network, which is part of Roku TV. Well, it wouldn't be 2020 still. It didn't wake up to a message saying that Cutting Edge Network has decided to close its doors, basically. So all shows that were part of Cutting Edge Network are no longer on it anymore. So we were one of the shows. The other show I do, Inside the Drag Closet, with Jade, Amethyst, and Anastasia, that was also taken off along with all the other shows from our station. It's unfortunate and it sucks, but it's not the end. There are other doors that will be opened, and stay tuned because something big might be coming sooner rather than later. So we're just going to keep hopeful for the future, and it sucks that this happened, but I just want to say a big thank you to Ted because he helped us get on the radio station for one, and then two, make that jump to TV, even though we didn't make the jump fully, but he helped us, and he's been doing a lot of stuff for our show and all the shows on WLFE DB Radio, making commercials and helping us get on our feet and upload our shows to like Spotify and all those streaming services. So Ted's going through a lot. He does a lot for everyone. So we appreciate everything that he does. Like, so thankful for him.
Yes. Thank you, Ted.
Yeah. We have Alicia Starr this afternoon all.
Hi, Alicia.
Madam D's watching. She said, hey, cuties. Brian, I'm loving the beard.
Thanks, D. I'm about to shave it off.
Oh, I think you may have
Had enough.
Brian, say something.
Hello?
You've gone mute.
I can hear him.
I can hear him.
Brett, you're
I
fired.
can't hear him.
Brett, you're off the show.
Oh,
Technology
right,
issues over there. Like it is. We're all for us three are on laptops, and it's the iPad.
I don't
Yeah.
want to use my
Can't
work
rely on them,
laptop though.
Guys, it's just a day. It's,
Can't
just,
rely-
it's another typical Sunday.
Well,
That's it. Call it a day. Call it a day.
Call it a day.
Call it a day.
Bye, bye.
Guys, this is like
just kidding.
technology.
Show's over.
Brett, I can hear you perfectly.
Yeah, we can all hear you, Brett.
Yeah, we can all
Brian,
use fine.
speak.
Brett, I freaking hate you, my
I can
darling
hear
love.
you. Oh my God.
Did you hear me?
Brett, can you hear me and Mikey?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do you know what? I'm fed up with Brian's voice. So, oh, maybe if I click, I can't hear them.
You
That's
probably
it.
muted me on purpose.
I
You
muted
I
you,
can
Brett.
hear him now. I can hear him. Oh,
Oh,
when you can't hear me, you if you click them and you click I can't hear them, it should fix it.
mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
We got talkers up
Okay.
here.
Oh my gosh.
I love
IT man
that-
over
like
there.
this show would not be the same without the segment at the start saying,
Yeah, it
"Guess
was
who we're
not.
not going to be able to hear today."
I'm done.
Liz is watching. She says, "Hey there, hello, Liz."
Yes.
Hi, Liz.
Liz, hi.
Yes. We got some love for Mikey. Brian's mom says, "Hi, Mikey."
Hello.
My mom's always trolling
And
us.
Liz.
I love it, Mother. Mom, you're our number one supporter.
Oh, she is. Alicia says, "Oh my God, I love Mikey's top."
Thank you. It's from my old work. I had to buy it.
Our name-
Also, I'm trying not to have a nip slip as well because I've got mesh on. I'm just showing you.
Ooh, that's actually really cool. Though. I do like that.
It's quite all right. Our show has an R rating, so nip
Right.
slips are okay.
Get the nips out. I was going to take them, and then I was like, you know what? No. So,
My neighbor Debbie's watching. She says, "Love the jacket, Mikey."
thank you.
No, Debbie.
Are we gonna ask Debbie to bake us stuff for when I come over? How
Yeah.
much- like I'll pay her to bake us something.
Debbie's gonna make us a fabulous meal when you come.
Debbie, every time she watches with us, she starts saying, "Stop promoting my ass." Probably I'm getting too many inquiries.
We're gonna keep Debbie in business during COVID. Okay, we're keeping her in
I love
business.
Yeah.
What?
Your sister-in-law Nicey's watching. Hello,
Hi, Nancy.
Nancy.
Oh my God, is that Adele?
Yes, that's Adele.
Yes. Hey Nicole.
It's your dog is just like my dog,
My
Mikey.
dog is moaning.
Oh,
I tried to give him a treat. I
My
tried to
dog
give him a treat to be quiet. So
he went to see part of the episode. He's like, "Why am I not the guest?"
I'm going. I'm
Why have you
going
got that boy
to
on
be
fart
a professional. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, that's fine. Mikey gives his dog a little treat.
Well, treat.
Yes, we are talking about dating and relationships this week. So does anybody want to go first and kind of talk about past experiences in the dating scene or people you've dated relationship-wise? Anybody?
Brian.
No,
you
I'm
seem
not going
energetic.
first.
You go first.
You go first.
Okay. So my dating life is non-existent. I have gone on some extremely fantastic dates with some extremely colourful, interesting. Oh, also, I look fucking awful. Okay, I apologise for the state of my face. Okay, I'm really ill and I've got a really bad skin reaction. But hey-ho. So I've had some really weird dates in my time. So I've dated some really interesting sort of people. So do you know Gavin Rossdale, the rock star? He used to be married to Gwen Stefani.
Oh yeah.
So his cousin I dated briefly,
Oh my god.
for a few dates, but he was a lot older. His name was Rupert. He was really nice, but just there's a big age gap. And he spoke about Gwen too much. He must have just been dating her. But and then there's been a few other people. So a friend of Prince Harry, but that's about it. But mainly for me, it's mainly just not so much dating, but more but not even relationships. Maybe one-off dates. The
one that stands, if you will.
one night stands. I've had some really good one night stands with absolutely beautiful people, but and then there was this guy.
Can't live with them,
There was this
can't live
guy
without them,
who
sorry.
I sort of see when I'm free. I have him on Facebook, so I probably shouldn't say like too much because he might get pissed off. But there was this guy I see who has got a partner, and I do feel bad, but like his dick's too good. But
we all love the D.
It's been on and off for like years
I
now.
can't do
Like,
it, dude.
these lights in my eyes are really annoying me. But it's been like for 3 years on and off that and then he's always messaging me like to meet up, and most of the time I'm too tired or I'm busy. So I say no and I hold off for ages, and then when I do meet him, it's over like really quickly, and I'm like, But he is hot, like he's hot, like. But I can't tell anyone who he is because one of my friends, like, they're best friends, and it's awkward.
Oh, like Mikey's
I know. Do I know who it is? I know who it is, don't I? I feel like I know who it is.
If you know who
I know
it
it
is,
is.
message me because you definitely don't know who it is.
Oh
I
my
might
god.
I feel like I might do. I feel like you've told me. Okay, don't worry about it. I might know. I might. Who knows?
This is when they're watching it.
I'll have to,
Who's
like-
Mikey? I definitely haven't told you who it is.
Oh,
Because
he told me.
the other day you were Mikey was like acting like he didn't like. He's like, you never told me about this. But yeah, so mainly my ones is one night stands. But I'm at the point now, I'm 21 in like less than 2 weeks, and I'm ready now to sort of try and find someone to not settle down and get married to, unless they're a billionaire or millionaire. But like I want a relationship would be nice. Like a boyfriend would be nice.
Be a gold digger.
Yeah.
Yes, Anna Nicole Smith Jr.
Oh my
Where's Rupert Murdoch when you need him?
right. Oh my gosh. Liz just commented. The taco is tasty, but a burrito is much more satisfying.
What's a burrito? What's she mean?
All right, you don't get that?
You know,
Taco. What is taco meant to be? Like a penis?
Like a taco and then
Yeah.
a burrito.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But I don't
Oh.
know about taco, but burrito.
You
is
stupid bitch.
no, Liz, the only taco we like is from Taco Bell.
Yeah, I love a good
Taco
taco.
Bell, yes.
But burritos, yes, a big burrito with
and
lots
also
of filling and
hot
cream
dogs.
sauce.
Yeah, hot dogs are much better than blaming ham rolls. That's what my friend always says.
Ew, hot dogs are disgusting. I hate hot dogs.
Okay, you didn't get that, but okay.
I know. I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh. So, I guess we'll go. Whoever wants to go next, maybe Mikey. We had asked Brett while you went to give your dog a treat to kind of like talk a little bit about his dating life, past relationships, and the stuff that we're obviously
The
talking about.
non-existent stuff.
No,
Yeah, so if you want to kind of maybe share some stuff.
So yeah, I dated someone. I don't even know when I stopped dating him. It was like back in the freaking 2000s. But yeah, I was going out with someone who was my first boyfriend. First ever boyfriend. I was in a long time relationship with him for like 2 years. He was a lovely guy. And back then I used to live in Yorkshire, which is in Sheffield near Manchester. I was living towards that way. So I was living there.
To describe it, so like up by where Morgan lives.
Oh,
Yeah, it was towards
Okay.
that way. So I was living there for like over 4 or 5 years. He moved in with me for a little while for like 2 years, but I wasn't there because of him, because I went to university and everything. And to cut a long story short, didn't break up over there was no dramas. He fell out of love with me, and I was like, I'm not staying with you. He tried to break up with me over the phone though, mind you. I was pissed. And I obviously rung him back, and I said to him, like, over a text message actually. I rung him back and said, "You're not doing this." And he tried to say, "Oh, we're going on a break." I was like, "We're not going on a break. It's either all or nothing." That's just like it's all or nothing. But yeah, he basically fell out of love with me, and so I was like, "No, we're not staying together. Then you need to go find someone that loves you for you." And yeah, that happened. And
Well-
other than that, oh, go on. Sorry. Go on.
No, I was just gonna ask you a question about you. You brought up the break thing. Like that's happened to me before. Like, do you feel like it was, like maybe he did or didn't, or even if you just thought it, do you feel like it was so that way he could like sleep with someone else and not be considered cheating to you on a break? Because like I had an ex before, and we were like dating, and we were madly in love. Like I remember like it was pretty much the first person I ever actually was like, I love you and meant it. And then one day out of nowhere, we started arguing more. And then he's like, I want to go on a break. And it was like for 4 months or so. And then all of a sudden he comes back. It's like, I want to be back together. And then I found out those months apart, he like slept with other people. So I feel like he just used the break as an excuse to like sleep around and not be considered cheating.
But
Well-
I have a question to that. If you're on a break, though, if you're on a break, you're not dating anymore. So is that cheating?
Oh,
No,
God.
No, it's like
It
the whole
depends.
friend scenario. I can't be dealing with it. If you're on a break, yeah, you're on a break, but I wouldn't sleep with somebody. I might speak to other people, but I wouldn't sleep with anyone.
Yeah.
Because it's I feel like you being on break is you exploring other avenues. It's not a ticket for you to go and sleep around.
Yeah.
And if you find somebody else and you love that person, obviously you're going to come back to them and be like, right, I've gone out, I've been speaking to a lot of people, and now obviously I'm not as in love with you that I was once.
Yeah.
And I'd like to think someone would do that. But who knows? Because dating now is a minefield. Jesus Christ. Jesus. I ain't got time for it. It's like a freaking minefield. Like go on Tinder. And then you match with somebody. You know, like literally, I matched with someone for 1 second. Didn't give me a chance to speak to them because I didn't give me a chance to speak to them. He just like unmatched with me because I didn't speak to him within the first 5 seconds.
Or I think it's
Oh,
almost
give me a minute.
on those
Give me a
apps.
minute.
On those apps, it's a lot of you match and then they don't message. I'm like, what's the point of matching with me, honey? Like, if you're not gonna message, like, it pisses me right off every time. I'm literally like, oh. I get to the point sometimes where I'm like, I message them saying, what's the fucking point in matching with me if you're literally not going to talk to me? Like, bye, bitch. And then I do a gif of what's the Lizzo on the pool thingy saying,
Oh,
bye,
I love
bitch.
that. I'm like,
And that's one the one I say, and also that's the same one as I use on Grindr when some spam thing comes along saying, "Hi, do you want to be my sugar baby?
Yeah.
$1,200 a week." And I just did say me gif, and it's her on a thing saying "bye, bitch,"
Literally.
and then I
Not
block.
even real. Bye. Like.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they all want you to buy gift cards. I'm like, honey, if you want to give me money, you put my cash out. I ain't buying no gift gift cards.
I've got time for a gift card. I know.
Done.
Oh, but you have to buy a gift card. I can't transfer Cash App or PayPal. You have to buy a gift card. Fuck off.
Yeah, that's such a lie.
No.
Such a lie. Oh my gosh, so bad. But yeah, so anywho, I had that's kind of I had to throw that out there because I wanted to see like all of your opinions because it was like that like I felt at first it was genuine. Like when he said, let's go on a break, I was like, okay, well, we are bickering and arguing a lot more. And I don't want that to cause us to like hate and never talk again. So yes, if we need time apart, I get that. But then like to find out like, sure, like I went to the bar and there'd be guys and I would like chat with them and talk to them and like get a drink with them or something like that. But like I wasn't out like whoring myself out while I was on a break because I still actually cared for my person. I did this break for him because he wanted to use the time apart so that way we could like come back together stronger, if that makes sense. And then I found out he's out like whoring around. Like, girl, if you want to be a whore, just go be a whore. Like, I'll find somebody else. Like,
Yeah, just no.
Close the door on your way out, honey.
Exactly, get out. Just get out.
yeah.
Thank-
Bye, girl.
See you later.
It'd be like there was that video. I don't know if you saw it in America, but it went quite viral in the UK where this person was on the tube and the tube door was about to close, and the person just kicks them out.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the guy. Oh no, actually, I don't know if that was in America. That he got his balls crushed in the door.
Oh my
Have you
god.
seen that video?
Yeah.
No, ow.
But have you seen that video where the person opens the train doors and she jumps off it and to try and run onto the platform and she just bombed on the floor?
Oh my
Oh
god.
my God.
And it's just going. The thing is, though, the train's going at speed. It's only just pulled into the station, so it's not. It's only just started to slow down. So it's gone boom.
Wow.
Yeah, I love those vids.
So crazy. So, Mikey, other than that, relationship, any other good stories from your dating?
Good stories. Like To be honest, I've been single for so long now. I couldn't even tell you how long I've been single. But I have gone on a lot of dates. So there's not really any good stories, to be honest. Funny ones, but not good ones. There was one time I was on a date with this guy. Seemed really nice, but his phone was better than me.
Ooh.
So I grabbed his phone and I chucked it in the drink and said, "That's what you got insurance for," and walked off. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for it. If you're gonna be there, be in the sodding room. I ain't got time for people like that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Bill.
Make a
I'm
note to
savage.
myself now. Don't go on the phone when Mikey's company.
Don't be on your phone when you're around Mike.
Don't be on your phone. Just be in the room. Like I'm sat there enjoying my steak. You're sat there enjoying your phone. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
And he paid the bill as well because I obviously walked out, so I ain't paying for nothing. I was like, I'm gone. I'm out.
Mikey,
I'm out.
Tell that
I'm out.
story we were discussing earlier because
So
it's so funny.
There's a story. I'm so rubbish at explaining things though, so hopefully it'll come out nice. So basically, I was dating this guy. It was like I don't even know how long I was dating him, but I was like 3 or 4 months. I never met his parents. Yeah, I never met his parents, and it got to the time where it's like, oh, let's meet the parents, everything like that. Got in, sat down. It was some type of holiday. I don't know, because there was some sort of turkey, or there was some sort of like I don't know. We got there, met his mom, went in, turned around. The guy, his dad, come to serve me a drink, and then my face dropped because I'd actually got with this person. And obviously, I didn't obviously know it was his dad or anything like that. I just got with someone from a random hookup app. I knew the person was married, but that was it, and I thought I'd never see them again. But it ended up being obviously his dad. And then I was like, oh, yeah, pass me more wine. Got really, got really tipsy, got really drunk. Obviously went in the kitchen to go and help. His wife obviously was in the other room putting out stuff. He was proper coming on to me, like he was touching me up, trying to kiss me. The dad in the kitchen while his son was in the other room.
What?
Yeah, while his son was in the other room, and oh my god,
that is so crazy.
And then obviously I went in a couple of weeks later. I had to break off because I was like, this is just too weird. This is too weird. Obviously, his dad was much hotter than him, mind you. I would have happily have gone with his dad, but more than him. But I obviously I broke it off nicely. I was like, oh, it's just I can't do this anymore. It's like there's a lot of things I didn't mean to use. It's me. It's not me. It's you. And it's like all this. I like, oh god. But I never met the dad again because obviously it was just too much. It was just too much. So there was that story.
Oh my god! So you were dating someone, and you also slept with their dad, who is married to a woman. That is so crazy.
That is insane.
That is the storyline of a fucking porno.
Literally.
So, my face was a picture when I saw him turn around. My face was a picture.
My god, that's crazy to me.
So yeah, my face was a.
That's,
but yeah, he was a very hot guy, but I couldn't. It was like being in EastEnders or being on something. I ain't got time for that. Peggy, get out of my pub. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for it.
Oh my god, yeah, like it's like one of those things. Like it gets to the point where you're like, okay, I need to cut this off because it's awkward and weird, or like you don't want to get found out. Like there was this one time, like forever ago. And I was just like single, like, mingling and stuff with people and like on the apps and everything. And I met this guy, and we had been chatting a little bit. And then finally he was like, "Oh, I want to do more than just talk my mind." I'm like, "Okay, as in what?" He's like, "I want to do something sexual with you." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I was like, "Well, when do you want to meet up and this and that?" And he was always like, "Oh, late at night." He always wanted to meet up at like midnight or like some late time at night. And I'm like, "Well, at that time I was like in the middle of moving." So I was like staying at my parents' house while I was moving. So I'm like, well, my parents are here and my brothers are both younger than me. I'm like, my brothers are here too. So inviting, and like, I was probably like, maybe like 24 or something. And this guy was like 40. So he was much older than me. And he said up front, he was married and had kids. So I'm like, whatever, it is what it is. And then I was like, well, I don't mind hooking up or whatever, but like, me being 24, inviting some 40-year-old guy over to my parents' house randomly in the middle of the night, that's a little sketch. So like he used to like come and pick me up because he had like this huge like truck SUV like vehicle, and like you could lay the back seats down, and we could get kinky in the back. So like
Is it one of those massive? Was it one of the big massive monster trucks, or no, just a big massive
just
truck?
like a big truck.
Massive.
And like he would like pick me up, and there was like a park in my house. We would drive to the park at night and just like hook up in there. And then finally I got my own apartment, and then he would come over at night, and I'm like, well, why? And I asked him finally, I'm like, well, why did he come over at night, like at this time when he's like, oh, because it's finally when my wife and kids are in bed. I'm like, oh, okay. So I was like, I wanted to break it off because I felt like weird, but at the same time I was like, oh, the sex is really good. So we kept it going for a little bit until I found out, like obviously not naming names or anything like that, because don't want anyone to like find out or cause any drama. But I literally ended up breaking it off with him because I found out that his wife worked where I worked.
Oh my god, I remember.
Yeah,
so crazy.
I can't. I was like, if she finds out about this, like, no, I gotta no, and it was like done.
Oh my god, girl,
I
that's
used
crazy.
to hook up with one of my old colleagues
I'm dead.
at work.
Oh my god.
Where? In the broom cupboard? Where
In the broom cupboard.
No,
The
there was
broom
meeting
cupboard.
rooms, okay?
Oh.
In the
Upper
broom
class.
cupboard.
In the broom cupboard. What? Or the stationery closet.
But what
There
was
it goes.
worse was there was another colleague that I didn't realize. We matched. I saw a picture of this really hot guy on this dating app. So I messaged him. We were chatting, and I said we swapped pics. I was like, he looks really familiar, and we'd been on in a meeting before, and he was. So I used to work looked after children's education, and he was the teacher of the young person.
Oh,
My
Jesus.
gosh.
And I was just like, I had to
Dirty.
send him the email about 2 weeks before because he pissed me off by not doing something I said he had to do, and he didn't do it. And I was just like, oh my, this is so awkward. And he didn't for some reason recognize me. And I was just like, oh, what the fuck?
Thank
do I do?
God.
I was like, he's really hot, but like, oh god. Then what's worse is when I next saw him in another meeting like 2 months later, all he did was stare, so I knew then that he knew it was me.
Oh god.
I was thinking like, so I blocked him.
Oh my gosh, that's
What did you do? Block him from life? Because if he was across the table from me, I just blocked him.
Yeah, I was like, 1 minute, just like blocked him on date night. No, so I blocked him before, and then he came back on another, and then we just spoke on another app. He popped up on there. It was like Grindr, then it was, and then it was Hinge, I think.
Can we just establish that men are just dogs? I'm sorry, because I got with this guy a couple of weeks ago, yeah, and his partner had gone away, and basically his baby was in the other room, and he invited me over.
I'm so jealous, not gonna lie.
His baby was in the other room,
I'm
so
done.
that's so
men are dogs.
Oh, that's
Men are dogs.
They are. Brian, do you have any like crazy stories like this?
Oh god. Well,
Well,
I've only ever been in like three what is the word? 3 actual relationships in my life. The first guy I was with, he was in the army. The second guy I was with, he was like an artist, a musician, and now he practices yoga. He's actually I talked to him here and there. He's a great guy, so I kept in contact with him. And then my most recent last boyfriend, ooh child, we've been through the ringer and back. Him and I were very toxic to each other, and we did some very terrible things to each other. Girl, he tried to Death Star my motherfucking planet. No, I'm just kidding. He got heavy-handed. No, it was just really rough. We were very toxic to each other. I don't want to go into much detail because I don't want to, expose neither of ours laundry. But, what I've learned through those relationships were that, the first relationship I learned to be like adventurous and like he took me he lived in New York State, like Syracuse. And it was like the coolest relationship I was ever in. Like we broke up because of the distance, but he was just so cool. He showed me so much. And that like taught me like, in my next relationship, definitely travel, adventure, like cherish those moments more. So then in my next relationship, things just got a little crazy. But him and I, meet up and we talk. He lives in Arizona. He's a really cool guy. He stands for a lot. He taught me, what love can look like, how love can be, and like what you can overcome together. But in the end, it was more me that kind of fucked that up. And then in my last relationship, oh girl, I learned everything. I'm like, don't lie, just be upfront. Don't do this, don't do that. I want to share a story, but I don't know if I can.
Oh.
Well, girl, it's the craziest story ever.
Do it.
Yeah.
No, I can't, because it's like for legal reasons.
God.
Oh shit!
Don't annoy
Legal.
that.
Oh, girl.
Oh God, legal.
It was just bad. It was just that was probably the most craziest moment. All right, so I'll share this story. I don't think you'll have a problem with it. So one of the craziest times I ever had was we were at my friend's house, we were drinking, and then he drove us to a truck stop.
Your mom's like, oh, look at it now.
Your mom.
I was like, I'm out.
I'll leave the room.
This is the moment where she's going to go and walk the dogs.
She's like, I'm out. And then, guys, I'm like breaking out like a high. Like, my freaking acne is bad. Like, I look disgusting. So, Brett and I are on the same page today. Girl, we'd be a mess, honey. And my throat is sore.
Are you
Pray I
saying
don't have
disgusting?
COVID. I feel like shit. I don't know what's going on. But,
Are you saying I look disgusting?
no. Can you hear me still?
Unfortunately so.
Oh, I thought I was still on mute. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. The earache that I've got tells me I can't hear you.
So the crazy story was we were drinking at a friend of ours, mutual friend. Huge party. We got really drunk, and then I didn't want to leave, and he wanted to leave. So eventually, he just made it to a point to where we just had to leave. So we left, and we traveled to a job that we both worked at, which was a truck stop. And at the time, our relationship wasn't the best. It wasn't the strongest, and we both sort of didn't trust each other. So throw that into the mix with both of us intoxicated at an employer that we work for, drunk in the middle of the night. So at that job, there's a restaurant attached to it. So we both go to the restaurant to kind of order. I think we wanted to order food to sober up or something. I can't remember. So I'm just on my phone, on my phone, pissed off, not talking to him. And I forget what happened, for him to do this, but he grabbed my phone out of my hand and he ran out of the building into his car to leave. And I freaked out. So I don't know what I was doing, what set him off. I was probably doing something stupid. But ultimately, you know how restaurant tables have the sugar, the glass sugar.
Oh my God, what did you do?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
so,
I've got an
I-
image now in my head of you doing something, and I'm hoping to God you didn't do that.
So nobody died, but as soon as he took my phone, I got in that pissed off blackout mode. When someone pisses you off, you're triggered. You will do anything to just release your frustration. So in that moment, I took one of those sugar container things that all the restaurant have on the tables, almost like the salt and pepper, but it's the sugar. It's kind of like the size of a can. It's So I ran out the door after him. When he got into his car, he was backing up, and I whipped the thing full of sugar at his windshield.
Okay, you did what I thought you was gonna do.
Yeah, I whipped at his windshield, and it cracked his windshield.
Oh my God.
And when I did that, it hit a car behind him. So the guy that the car hit, because it fucking shattered everywhere. Glass went everywhere, sugar everywhere. It was a fucking mess. And I couldn't believe I did that. He still left. He wound up leaving. I was so livid. And then the guy that I also hit, his car by accident, he came up to me. He's like, dude, what the fuck is your issue? I'm like, my boyfriend's drunk. I was trying to make him not leave because he stole my phone. So I threw a thing in his windshield. That was my reasoning to justify the costume.
Okay.
Oh my God.
But, it was just, but it was crazy. So I went up to the coworker that was working the field desk. I'm like, oh my God, he just did this, da da da. And she's like, oh my God, you guys are crazy. You need to either break it off or do something. And it was just, there's a lot more crazy shit happened. But I'm telling my story. He has his stories. I've done some fucked up shit too. So I will own up to things I've done. And we all do shitty things, but I definitely learned a lot in that last relationship to definitely be upfront upfront with people, and just be honest. If you're not happy, you tell them, and and don't cheat. So,
Definitely not.
but it was crazy. It was so ridiculous. But dating wise, I haven't dated or been with anybody really like dating wise since hit that my last relationship. I'm just done with guys. Like that relationship kind of did it for me. I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna do me until someone comes along. Like I'm not in no rush to go back into a relationship. I see so many fucked up things that happen with people. Like, oh, my boyfriend might be cheating on me. Can like there's so many social media apps. Like people are always like secretly hiding apps. Like it's just freaky. I don't know. And plus, I'm a little self-conscious. I'm in braces and I have to get double jaw surgery. So, girl, I'm in no position right now to be dating someone.
Matthew, if you're gonna piss him off, make sure your car's a good far distance away from where he is.
Yeah, that was great. I can't believe I did that. That
Good
was
aim, though. Good aim. No,
I fucking whipped it. I was like,
it would hit me probably. No,
and it cracked his windshield. I was
Good arm.
God, that's Lynette knows the story.
Good arm. Out. Nicole says, "Oh, girl, you scurry."
Mind you, I was under the influence, so but I was just really pissed because he took my phone, and I was probably not doing something I was supposed to, and I was probably like, "Oh, he's gonna find something out," and it was just a mess. So don't ever stay in a toxic relationship ever. That's the best advice I can give to anybody. Don't stay in a relationship just because you have a kid. Don't stay in a relationship just because you have a house together. Fuck all that, honey. You live once, girl. You got to enjoy your life, do you, and fuck the negativity. Get out. You don't have to stay with somebody just because you have a kid with them. You don't have to stay with somebody because you have a house with them. Like, there's always an alternate. Don't, what's the word I'm looking for? Don't get comfortable. That's the worst thing you can do in a relationship is get comfortable, no matter how long you've been with somebody. I mean, maybe I'm not the one to say because I haven't been in a relationship in forever, but that's just my personal belief. When you get comfortable, like, I don't know, like you can get comfortable, but like, what am I trying to say? Someone help me out. Like, don't I don't know.
Yeah, don't let people hold you back. And if you're not happy in a relationship, don't stay in it.
Yeah, don't get unhappy.
Don't think that don't feel forced to stay in it just because you've got house, a child, a dog, whatever. Like, if you're not happy, then leave that motherfucker alone. And
that's it. Get out of the relationship. But talking about that story, I fully had a vision. Do you know, has everyone seen Burlesque? Yeah.
Yeah.
I fully had the vision of him getting a car jack and just smashing the windows. That's what
oh my god! Yeah.
I was like, is this where this is going? That's what I thought. That's where it was going.
I could see when you said something. When you said thing about sugar, I said, "Oh my god, he's gonna chuck this at the car and smash the window." Something.
There's definitely some crazier stories, but obviously, I respect both of our lives, and nobody needs to know that. But that was just one of the ones I could tell, probably, and it was just. Don't ever let your relationship get physical or just, do you always put yourself first, and I don't know. Don't ever feel that if you're unhappy that you have to stay in a situation because you do not.
I hear you. Also, as well, going back onto the app thing, it's so insane what app, what do you call app people that make apps. It's so insane how you can change, the icons on some apps. You can change the icons, so you don't know it's an app.
I've hooked up with so many guys that were in relationships. After I hooked up with them, they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm on the DL. Don't say anything." Like, I have a boyfriend. I'm like, "What? No fuck." Like, it's happened to me so many times. Or they're secretly straight. Or I'm just like, this is why I don't. This is why I just don't date.
Just don't.
It's a scary world out there. Social media really heightens things.
You can find people. We're not all cynical people, guys.
No, I know. And I'm not saying everybody's like that. It's just been my journey personally. Everyone has their own personal experience.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to me,
I mean, eventually you'll I kind of believe that there's someone out there for everyone, and you have a soul, I guess soulmate. I don't know what word to use. I feel like everyone has that person out there. Sometimes it just takes a little longer to find them. Sometimes you have to go on a crazy, shitty path to find them. But I feel there's someone out there because obviously and the person that you find, your no relationship's perfect. You're gonna have your good days, your bad days, your ups, your downs. You might argue and bicker, but that person that you find is the one who you can stick with, and you can show your true self and be your true self, and they're gonna love you no matter what. And like, then that's like true love. Like, not like, don't settle for something that's like not real. It might look that way at first, but like as time goes on, like you said, Brian, like for you, and Brian, we've had this discussion before. For anyone else who doesn't know, especially like Mikey and Brett, I've been in a relationship as well that got physical. Like at first it was very mental abuse and like emotional. So then I was like, I just chalked up to, he's having a bad day, so he's taking out on me, or we're arguing because so we don't like this or like that, or it's like I always try to have an excuse because I'm just like, but at the end of the day, that's abuse, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional. It's a form of abuse, and I just chalked it up to some, the person I dated, and
Having technical difficulties.
I was in love with them and stuff like that. But I mean, once it got physical, I was like, nope, I'm out. Bye. Like, and it sucks. Some people don't. I was smart enough, and I woke up to realize that like I can't do this, and especially if it's gonna be physical. Like, I'm not staying with someone who's gonna like put their hands on me. But unfortunately, some people don't. They get so trapped in a relationship, they don't see all that negative, and then eventually, like the physical abuse can turn out deadly. It could be bad. So, yeah.
I just relationships are I just can't date. Like, it's definitely never stay in a relationship if it's physical or abusive. Definitely don't say it. And if you need to reach out to somebody for help, do so. Like, you don't have to do it alone. Like, you can definitely have someone help you. And there's always help around. You just have to ask, don't fib yourself and don't fool yourself into thinking you're fine.
Yeah, sure.
And if you are having any issues, to the viewers, we do have links both to American websites and the UK websites for mental health services, who can offer you support. If you're entering any sort of issues, including like sort of emotional, any sort of domestic abuse, sort of any sort of thing really. So they sort of have links to services that you can access. We'll repost them after the show as well. Again,
or just reach out to one of us and we'll show up with a high heel and fucking stab them. As Matthew said.
Yeah.
If you're UK based,
this big massive wardrobe has got a lot in it. So.
Oh my God! Wait.
I'm an
Can I just say a crazy story though? One more. It's really fast.
Oh yeah.
So one of the most insane. Like, all right, so since I don't really date, I've hooked up with some people here and there. And one of my craziest hookups, and I'm not going to go into details about that, but it's a crazy, like, rescue mission. So I used to work for the Bucks County Playhouse, which is a theater in New Hope, Pennsylvania. And I worked there. And so every year they have an annual Christmas party at the owner's house. That's like this huge, extravagant mansion, beautiful. And they invite the cast that was in the shows and everything. So of course, me being me, free alcohol, I got drunk as fuck. And
we all would.
Yeah, and it was like champagne and like unlimited vodka, like everything unlimited. It was so nice. And I was like kikiing around, and then I don't remember parts and bits, but at the end of the night, my manager who was there, she's like, "Are you okay to like go home?" I'm like, "La la la la." I'm like, probably not. She's like, "All right, you're gonna stay." I don't know how it turned out, but some guy that also worked there, he's like, "Oh, you can come back with me." I'm like, "Okay." So literally, we went back to his house. He had the cast staying with him at the same house. It was so bizarre because I got in the house. I'm like, "Oh, you were the main character. Oh, you were in the show." It was like so bizarre. I'm like, "Okay," and I'm like going back into the bedroom with this guy, and it was like the most awkward thing ever because things just weren't working out. And then he was so like touchy-feely. I'm just like, "Oh, I want to get out of here." I felt like he was like a spider, like clinging to me, and I'm just like, "I need to get the fuck out of here." So. Randomly, I'm like, "All right, I don't feel like doing this anymore." And he's like, "Oh, what's wrong?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I'm hungry." So he's like, "Oh, what?" And literally, the building we stayed in was right near a Wawa. So,
what's a Wawa?
A Wawa is like a convenience store, like a 7-Eleven.
That means nothing.
Probably a bit like Costco. Probably a bit like Costco or Tesco's Express.
Why would you say Costco of all places, bro? Who goes to Costco?
Okay,
Scott.
What?
Okay, but yeah, I'm with the vibes. It's fine.
Okay.
I don't know why you got Scott.
So he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get cigarettes and stuff." And he's like, "All right, let's go walk." So we put our clothes back on. We go to walk over to Wawa. And purposely in my head, I'm like, I need to get away from this guy. Like, I need to like mission exit. Like, I need to get the fuck out of here. So I don't know where my car was, but I had the GPS saved in my phone somewhere. So I literally pretended to sprain my ankle. I'm like, "Ow! I just fell." Like a scary movie moment.
Like a
"Ow."
white people in an 80s horror movie.
Oh my god.
Like, whoopsie, I just broke my ankle, can't walk anymore. And he's like, "Oh," he's like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "All right, you stay here. I'll go get us the food and then I'll help you walk back to the house." I'm like, "Perfect." So literally he walked to Wawa. I sprinted across the highway and hid at like the Wells Fargo building. Like across the street from the Wawa, there's like Wells Fargo, McDonald's, all these like fast food chain areas. It's like almost like a strip mall.
Yeah.
So I went over there and I escaped and I saw him exit the Wawa. He couldn't see me, but I could see him. And I saw him exit like where I was supposed to be. And he was like looking all over for me. Eventually he went back home, but a cop drove up and stopped in front of me. He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, I had to escape. Some guy was trying to like, I made something up. And he's like, "Oh my God." He's like, he's like, "It looked like you guys were fighting because you fell." And the cop thought that guy pushed me down to the ground.
Oh
And
my
that's why I ran. So I'm like, "Oh my God, that's not the story. That's not what happened." I'm like, I just had to escape. So long story short, I literally escaped by like pretending to strain my ankle. And then I called my friend Megan. I'm like, "Can you save me?" And she literally drove me to my car. And then I just drove home.
Oh my gosh. Crazy, bro.
So
Guys are crazy. Pray to the Craig guys.
I remember I went on a date once with this absolutely. He was like a bodybuilder. He was a proper. He was he was tall. He was black, well dressed, proper built guy, like a brick wall. And I was just like, oh my god. Anyway, so we went out for drinks and some food. I ended up in Vauxhall, which is known for its disgusting bars. I think we ended up going to Union, Mikey. That's where I went.
Oh, I've had a good night in Vauxhall. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love a good dive bar.
Union.
I remember a good dive bar.
Same.
Union. What's the other one? Fire.
Did you go to Fire?
First
Did you
went
go
there
to
when I was, like,
Eagle?
18 and 19.
Oh, okay.
They used to just be sex clubs. You used to go in, get pissed, and about 4 a.m. Go there when you're pissed and have
They're
sex.
still there, Brett.
I did it, yeah, but they're not really that for that now. They're not so much dark rooms. But then, so I remember being there at 9:30 or like 9:45 in the morning, and it's still packed. Anyway, so we got there. He paid for me to get in the club, and then he left me in the club after ordering a round of drinks. And he left. He literally he ordered. We got drinks. Just as they came, he went, "I'm going for a wee. I'll be back in 2 minutes." Never came back. He left. And he left me with 4 drinks, so I literally have to down
Like, "Bye, baby girl."
pay for them down 2, and then have the 2 to walk around in this club on my own at like 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm like,
Oh my god.
and I hadn't been there in years. I didn't quite grasp that it was continuous sex every night. I just thought they must have a sex night. Because me and my friends, when we first went there, we went there really randomly, like 4 o'clock on a Saturday night. And it was like a Friday. And I thought, oh, it's not going to be the same. It's going to be like a normal club night. Oh, I'm sat there, and I'm sitting there, and I'm quite drunk by this point because having down 2 glasses of like double vodka, so 2 doubles. And I'm not sitting there, and my friend, who was a bit of a weirdo, tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Brett, what are you doing here?" And I said, like that. Next thing I know, it says these people proper go for it next to me, and I was oblivious. I just sat there, absolutely pissed on my skull like this, and they were banging each other next to me.
Oh my god.
And I didn't even
having a good
realise
time.
until he broke me out of that trance. I was like, okay, they're having sex right
I'm
next
like,
to me.
"La, la, la."
Yeah.
What?
Oh my God, I'm dead, Brett.
I had that couple of experiences. There's a club called XXL in London, and it's cheaper to buy a bottle of wine than it is to buy double vodka lemonade. So I had 2. I thought, oh, okay, buy a bottle and it's fine. They'll give me a plastic, like what I thought would be like not a glass bottle, but a plastic bottle of wine. They gave me 2 massive cups for like this size of wine.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. But
So
bear
I
with.
wanted to dance.
I'm having another doggy
I was
emergency.
fucking
Give me 2 seconds.
So I obviously wanted to dance and stuff. So I was down in the wine. I was so pissed. I ended up going to the loo and falling almost into the loo.
Oh my gosh. What?
You crazy bitch.
And then it gets worse. Me and my
Oh
friends
my
are
God.
leaving, but to leave, you have to go through the sex area. And there's an orgy going in there with like 30 people. And me and my friends like, oh my God. We were just, by this point, we were all shit-faced, absolutely shit-faced. And we were just like, oh my God. We walked out. It was sunlight when we left.
Oh
And then I
my
went to
God.
another club, which is called Egg, which was meant to be a straight rave club. So it's like a proper rave. It's not like a club. It's like it's proper dark, really loud, like music even, and like smoke. So it's like it's like a rave, like a proper. Do you know what a rave is?
Yeah.
R-A-V-E. So yes, we were there, and this guy really attractive. Like he was like 5'10", 5'11", tattoo, hunky, bald, cute, like nice little beard, cute. Came on to me. He kissed me. He was then trying to make out with me. Make out with girls. There was so much not that I don't do any, but there was so much drugs going on. Literally, they were snorting so much, they snorted more than pigs snort. They literally, I went for a wee, and this guy was literally line after line of coke. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my
How
God.
can you afford it, first of all?
You-
How have you got 2 nostrils? How have you not lost the inner bit of your nose? Anyway, so we're proper partying it out. This guy keeps trying it on with me and my friends and these other girls and other people. I'm like, this guy's weird. Anyway, so we get to the end of the night. It's about 7 o'clock, or maybe now 6:30 in the morning. And he's getting removed from the club because he's absolutely wasted. And yeah. And yeah, so literally London. I will show you some excellent fun nights out. Like we'll be
I
like,
can
like,
hear
9 o'clock
all
in the
that. I'm
morning.
just saying, I had my headphones and I can still hear all that, but I just run off.
The UK people are crazy. Oh my God. Like so many crazy stories. Like when I first like met Morgan and like talking to him on the phone, stuff like that, he would tell me stories of like going to like the club and being there till the sunrise, or like going to a club and like getting drunk and then walking to the bathroom and seeing some hot guy next to you at the stall, and the next thing you know, they're fucking. Like all this crazy. And I'm like, I'm living in the wrong country. Like our clubs are boring. God forbid if you have too many fucking glasses of wine, they're like kicking you
Kick
out.
your ass out.
Oh
Yeah.
really? Oh my God!
Yeah.
I'm gonna get kicked out of every club in America then, because I always, when I'm on holiday, I don't give a shit. I drink.
Oh Christ. In
He's
America,
getting
they'll
arrested.
kick you out
It's
and then you'll be banned.
that one. Why are they so strict? I'd be loving
We're gonna
that.
be
I
going
would
to a
be.
new bar every night,
I'd-
guys.
I'd be a bloody head case if I was there. I'd be loving life.
Literally, you can go into bars. You can sneak alcohol in so easy into bars in the UK.
Oh,
Not in
yeah.
America. You have to get like they check your ID at the entrance. They'll check your ID, and then you'll get like a stamp on your hand or a wristband, stating that you're 21. And then if you get too drunk, you're kicked out, and then you're banned. Like they'll like literally not allow you back because somehow they'll remember you, and then you're fucked.
So I went to a bar once, and this was GOY bar, Mike. I don't think you were there. I think it was me and Karim. And so we were down. I think it must have been Karim actually. So we were out dancing, and this transvestite groped my friend's ass. I was like, we were like, what the fuck are you doing? Please don't. Let's leave us alone. I turned around to walk away, and the transvestite jumps on top of me to try to attack me. And I'm just like, what?
Oh my God.
I'm like, what the fuck do I do? Do I hit him like it's a man? Do I not hit him? It's a woman. I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm literally just like trying to get her off. Anyway, security come. They take us both downstairs. The transvestite gets banned. They tried banning me, and I'm like, honey, I've been coming to this bar for years. I've never caused a single issue, and you're banning me because I get attacked.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They didn't ban me though because like I put too much money into that bar. Seriously, me. And then there was a time. Was it me and you, Mikey, went there when that girl tried taking a drink?
Oh yeah, there was some angry lesbian. I mean,
And so she was like, "Oh, one of your drinks." No, I'm like,
She
"Honey,
was-
what are you doing?" So she tried to take our drink again. I was like, "No, that's our drinks." Tried it again. No, that's our drink. So she got her arm and knocked the whole lot over, and it was like 40 quid worth of drinks.
Oof.
safe to say, I was not happy. My leg was wet.
I was pissed because I just bought the round.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
when people get
I think
drunk,
that's why.
I
That's
hate
why I
drunk.
wasn't.
That was my
This
round.
is why I was. Yeah, this is
And
why I
then
wasn't
he
as
was like,
pissed
"Oh,
because
well,
I didn't pay for it.
I just lost my money.
Yeah, that's rough. When people get like belligerent and like fucking as soon as someone touches you, like unwelcomed being touched is like same with drag queens.
Yeah.
They're performing and people touch drag queens without their consent. Like it's like, girl, get the fuck off me. Like, who are you to just put your hands on me or my drinks? Like, back off, honey, and go sit your ass down and go steal someone else's shit.
I was going to pull a wig off, but then she was gone.
Oh my gosh. I'm dead.
Like that's great. Like if someone attacked me, I'd be, bitch, I'm gonna fucking kick your ass.
So I
Going-
can't
yeah,
hit her,
going
but I can pull the wig off.
Going back
Okay.
onto people groping you or touching you, like, oh, Pride. If you guys follow me on Instagram, my Pride outfit 2 years ago, I was very naked.
I'll
So
show,
people thought that
show
was-
them on here, Mike.
So
I'll
so
find it and
pe-
I'll show them.
She'll for sure. Yeah, she'll. It'll show you. Yeah, I was very naked. So basically, people thought that was an invite to grope me up, and I was like, "You need to calm down." I don't. It was one of. I met one of Brett's friends, and he thought there was like, I don't know who he was. This guy, it was one of your friends. So yeah, I was dressed like this.
Yeah.
And imagine by the end of the
was
night,
just
he lost his belt, he lost his leg, so he looked like a cheap hooker.
Yeah, I did a lot. Like literally, I still had that riding crop in my boot. If anyone pissed me off,
Oh my
don't
god,
you worry. That riding
that
crop
was,
is
I
in my
had to
boot.
have surgery after that, by the way. I had to have surgery.
So basically, going on to a completely different story. So basically, I bought a riding crop out of me. Brett was insanely drunk. We were outside the station. He was inviting people. There was a queue of people whipping him.
Whipping him?
Outside the station, whipping him with the riding crop.
Oh my god.
Wait, what's the riding crop?
So it's like
With the riding crop.
when you ride a horse, you hit the horse with it.
Yeah, you thought. They were whipping him with the riding crop. He also had his arm out as well.
Wait.
So he was
Worse was, what was
Brett,
worse was,
Brett was getting
people-
whipped.
what was worse was, the year before, I had my outfit on, all planned. They were taking pictures of us when we were getting drinks out of our bags, of our bums, our bum cracks. I think they were taking such awful photos, weren't they, Mikey? They were like, Mikey
funny.
was
I
like
mean,
a
I was pissed.
celebrity.
I was
You know
pissed
when
by
they're
this
like,
point.
you know when like
Like-
Whitney or Paris would go to a bar and they haven't got their
Like-
underwear on, or they're trying to get an underwear shot of their skirts. It was like that for me and Mikey.
That's funny.
Oh, but you were getting whipped?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I ended up having to have
literally,
surgery
there
a
was
week
a
later and
picture
having to
of
take
him.
2 months off work.
Yeah, he got it. What did you get?
Like, on
assist,
purpose,
or
like
did
you
get-
wanted
to-
get an
I was,
yeah.
to be fair, I couldn't feel it because I was that drunk. And I was drunk by 11 a.m. This
Oh,
whipping was going on from about 2
I'm
2
dead.
p.m. to about the middle of the night, next night. Anyway,
He couldn't
so
sit
a week later,
properly.
so we had Pride on a Saturday and Sunday. I was fine. It got to next Thursday, and I had an abscess the size of a cricket ball on my bum, which is probably
Oh,
about that.
oh,
that
girl.
big.
Oh my god.
And I couldn't sit down, so I went to the doctor's on the Monday, and I was like, "Oh," and it was like, "Oh, you're gonna have to have surgery." I was like, "Oh, you have to go to the hospital." They were draining. I said, "Actually, you'll have to have surgery. You'll need to be put under." I was like, "Oh my god!" So actually, anyway, so I had to take myself to hospital. I fell on the bus to the hospital, so it basically exploded. I got to the hospital. They triaged me when they did the first bits, and then I went into the waiting room, and I had no breakfast. So I was like, "I need to eat." So I texted work saying, "Oh, no, I'm not going in. I've got to have surgery. I'll be in in a couple of days' time." So I got something to eat, and this is like 10 a.m. And they were like, "Oh, when I got in to see the surgeon at like 1 o'clock, like, have you eaten and drank?" And I said, "Yes." I said, "Oh, you can't. We can't do surgery now for several hours." I had surgery at 1 o'clock the next morning. So I texted work saying I'm not going to be in. And then when I came out the next morning, the surgeon was like, "You're going to have at least 6-7 weeks off work." And I was like, "Well, I'm flying out to Asia on like the 23rd of August." He said, "Well, you might not be able to go." So I went to see him. So anyway, so I was off work. I went back to work like early. I went back to work after like 5 weeks because I was leaving my job. So I went back. I was off for 5 weeks. Went back for 2 weeks. The 2 years before I flew out to Bali, I had to go to the doctor to get a certificate to be able to fly out to Asia for my insurance company.
Oh my god,
Flew out to
girl.
Bali, came back, having lost 2 stone on holiday, and I had a really bad cough because I had Bali belly. And I shit myself as I ran down to the sea. I shit myself.
I've got a constant barley belly, to be honest, since I've been in lockdown. I don't think
no,
I've
Bali
put
belly.
a
Mikey,
pair of
Bali
skinny
belly.
jeans.
No, Bali belly isn't. It's when you get the shits.
Oh, dodgy belly. Oh,
But you-
okay. See,
where
I
you-
would never drink the water abroad. Never drink
No.
the water.
Well, this
Never.
was a cocktail, okay? I had one cocktail and I was like,
You
I thought I was having period cramps. It was like period cramps. So, girls, I know how you feel with period cramps because I had man cramps when I had
I
Bali belly. And I literally was in a club. I was literally crying with pain.
I don't
for
know
2
how you
weeks.
can. Have you got a vagina?
Oh my gosh.
No, but I had like a man version, okay, with
Oh,
Bali
dear.
belly. It was the worst cramps of my life. I had the sweats, I had a headache, I had a cough, I had the shits. Literally,
Ew.
at one point, I was laying on the beach and I did a little fart, and it wasn't a fart, and it was halfway down my leg before I realised. So I was having to run along with
Oh,
shit coming down.
no.
Noah!
Oh no! Oh no!
I know
It
we're
was
talking about
horrendous. It was horrendous. But
no,
anyway,
No! 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 It's like Bridesmaids all over again. She's running across the
that
street.
was me. You know the one who
Being
shits in the
posted.
street? That's me. That's like,
Yeah.
and just think,
Oh
and just
god!
think, literally, I had to go in this hotel where you're not really meant to go in. I had to beg the receptionist, crying, saying, I need to use a loo now, otherwise I'm going to shit myself. So she let me in, and they had to get. So I went to the loo,
Why?
sort myself out. I came out. They had the cleaners team, the whole team of cleaners there, ready to go in to see the aftermath. They opened the door and they were all like, "Whoa!"
Oh my god.
It was horrendous. It was carnage.
Anywho,
I got banned from that hotel anyway. I tried going out
Let's
to
go-
dinner the next night. They wouldn't let me in.
anywho, way off subject. Now we're talking about poop
Yeah,
on an episode about dating. Like,
that's true.
Dating life,
we
dating shit.
digress. We really digress. But so we have lots of comments and stuff coming in. So my friend Amy's watching. Says, "Hey y'all."
Hi, Amy.
Hey,
Liz
girl.
Liz Clayton Brown says, I've been married to my husband for 14 years and we've been together 17 years. I wouldn't know
Wow.
how it'd be with someone else. Wow, that's a long time.
Liz, I hope I
Especially
find something
nowadays.
today.
Especially nowadays.
That's
It's
lovely.
like a murder.
Yeah.
That's a long,
I hope I'm with
That's
somebody that long one day.
yeah. Your mom,
You
Brian,
will-
says, I'd rather be single than deal with all the relationship dating shit. Girl, today,
I mean,
now I can even
I feel
imagine.
that.
You're right. I couldn't even imagine dating now. Like,
feel that.
literally, I remember, like, you know, when I met Jeremy and like I was dating back then, and I was doing more like, I mean, like online stuff. Because like when I met Jeremy, I met him actually, we're 2021 now, so it's been almost 8 years that we've been together. And but when I met him, we met like on an online dating site. Like, sure, I had Grindr on my phone, but that was all. I had nothing else because there was nothing else. Now there's like Tinder and Bumbler and Octopus,
Yeah.
and Butterfly, and like all these weird apps. I'm like,
Come
what?
on, butterfly.
They're like, it's like all the same thing, but they have all these weird ass names for them. I'm like,
Yeah.
how many apps do you need on your phone to like find dick or find someone? Like, it's crazy. So I couldn't even imagine dating right now.
It's rough.
Like, you know, it's such a minefield, yeah. I mean, because I am 31, yeah. So when I also didn't come out until I turned 20. So
Oh, wow.
He was
I
straight
hate
to that
using
point.
I hate using the word coming out as well. God, I hate using that. But to say when I was from then to where I am now, God, like it's just dating is too much. They've made it too complicated, but then also as well, they've made it really accessible. So you can get easily bored of one person to be like, nah, I don't want to speak to that person anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or instead of conventionally just going out and just meeting your well, talking about Prince Charming is not going to blinking happen. Well, that's me being cynical. But you could just go, as opposed to going to a club and meeting somebody. It's just so it is quite hard now. It's like it's easily accessible to get to somebody, but it's just hard to have that to get a bond with someone.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's so
Well, I
easy
think
to
anyway.
it's so easy to block someone and move on to the next person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think like
it's so easy. It's
nowadays,
like,
like,
thank you,
my
next.
age,
It's
people
gone.
my age, it's so hard to meet people out and about now because we're so used to the apps.
Yeah.
Literally, it's like dating now has become just like a fucking like. Have we all seen Mean Girls?
Mhm.
Yes, we have.
Okay, when I don't know why I asked that question. I'm assuming every gay person's seen that. Iconic. But it's like when the Burn Book comes out and Regina George is walking down the hall like sticking all those flyers and the whole school goes wild, ripping each other apart. Like that's dating world right now. Like everyone's just wild animal, like
yeah.
lunging at each other. It's insane.
It is.
It's
like
absolutely
girl, good luck.
it's too much.
Good luck, baby girl.
My neighbor Debbie says, back in the early 80s, I met a guy at a club. After a few dates, we went back to my place where I lived with 5 gay guys. Oh, honey, girl, go.
Damn, girl.
Go on, 5 gays.
Yes. She said 3 of those were drag queens and they were getting ready for a show. Wigs, boas, gowns, etc. everywhere. He stayed for one drink and I never saw him again.
Debbie, his loss.
His loss, Debbie.
Also, Debbie, I'm loving Debbie even more. She curves.
Literally.
I love
love
Debbie.
I
Debbie-
literally had like
When
gay
we're
friends.
When I visit, Debbie needs to come out clubbing with us one night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I told her like obviously, when Jeremy and I have only lived here for 2 years, so and at first when we moved in, we were kind of just like settling and stuff. So when we became friends with Debbie, and now we're growing closer, but it's like now she knows I do drag or whatever, and I didn't know she had like 5 gay roommates. That's so crazy. It's awesome.
That is awesome. I love that.
Then I told her, I was like, oh my God, when like life kind of gets back to normal and drag shows don't happen again, I told her she has to come to one. She's like, yes. So we definitely have to like all go to a drag show together.
Yeah.
I miss drag shows. I miss this. There's this show like when you come here, guys. There's in heaven they have Porn Idol.
Oh yeah.
The people strip for money. You've probably seen it on the internet.
I've done it a few times.
I've never heard of this.
But the best one that I ever went to, because obviously we all know the Cock Destroyers.
Yeah.
The best one I ever went to, yeah. They opened someone's vagina lips so my heart will go on. I was like,
and they also wasn't it Sophie that grabbed the woman's knickers, put it in her mouth, and then the woman was like, "Oh, by the way, I'm on my period."
Oh my God!
This is the same night. This is the same night where I went in to meet them, and Mikey left because he was too drunk. So I was hunting around. Where, Mikey? Where are you? And then really randomly, I was about to get on the bus, and I saw Mikey. I've never been so happy to see Mikey in my life. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and thankfully we got on the same bus. But I met them. I love the Cock Destroyers.
Oh my God, that is ridiculous. I literally am done.
But literally, they were so dirty. I was like, wow, and I thought I was bad, but
they are. I like follow both of them on. I follow both of them on Twitter, and actually Sophie follows me, and I see when she posts and stuff, and it's just like I love it. Like I think that like since we're speaking of dating and relationships, another thing like obviously that comes with sex. I think like especially this year since a lot of stuff's like been like closed down and like lockdown stuff like that, a lot of people be doing internet stuff to make money. Some of them do sexual things, touching themselves. We all part of OnlyFans, but like I feel like so many sex workers get like shamed for being overly sexual, and it's like, but like, what's the difference if like you're watching someone be sexual online versus watching a porno online? You're still like watching sexual things, like, and if that's how they have to make their money because they're struggling financially, or that's what, even if they're not, even if that's what they love to do, like, who are you to shame them for like that's their job? Like, who cares? Like, I don't know, and I love them. They're like batshit sexually crazy, and I just love them. I love them so much. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Also, as well, going back onto obviously dating and relationships, but also have you find guys have become more creative? Because I've been out, and obviously you've got plastic. I don't know what the layout is in America with bars, but we have to sit down, and we've got plastic sheets in between all the bar things. And if you come in a group, you've got to stay with that group of people, and you can only stay within your household.
Yeah.
So when you come in, you're with that person. That's it. You can't speak to nobody else, and you can't get up and dance or nothing. You've just got to be on your table, and they order your drinks. So I found when I've been out on nights out, obviously people have got a bit merry, and like guys, like there was this guy was really cute, but a girl, he got his phone out and he just literally put his phone on the freaking thing, and here's my Instagram, and I was like, okay, wow. Like,
oh my gosh.
Okay, wow. Like, girl, I'm just out enjoying myself, and you're like, yeah, I want you to slide into my DMs. It's like, no.
Oh my God, that's.
I was out a few just before we went back into lockdown, and there was this cute guy in the club. I was like, oh, he's cute. So I looked on Grindr, and he was on Grindr, and it just so happened we were in Bali at the same time, messaging each other in Bali, like in 2019. It was when we went out, Mikey, when I was absolutely wasted because I've been out at lunchtime as well.
Oh my
You guys
God.
are crazy.
It was crazy. But he was fit, but yeah, we're not Mr. Sense.
Yeah, last time we went out, it was just before I don't even know. We've had so many lockdowns. We're in the 5th, 4th. I don't know. I think it was the 4th lockdown. Brett was speaking to this. Brett knew the bartender. And he got a free drink.
Oh yeah, he got the thing that said, just put your phone on it. Don't pay. Just put your phone on it.
He was really cute. He was really cute.
Yeah, Bradley.
Come on, free drinks.
I know he was cute.
Ooh, okay, so it's a 2-parter. So I'll read the first part and the second part, and then we can like give our reactions. So Liz says, My child's first boyfriend, I didn't like him, but it was the first relationship. After 11 months of them dating, he asked her via Messenger if he could date someone else, and if it didn't work out, come back. She told him to F off. He
You
was
go, girl.
there waiting for her when she got off the bus the next day. She threw up her hands and said, swing, batter, batter, strike, you're now single. Girl, if someone was like, oh, I really like you and I think the relationship's going well, but I kind of want to try this other one, will you sit here and wait for me? I'd rip their balls off. Fuck no. What
But,
is
honey,
that?
I'll be like, honey, you can go, but honey, I won't be
No.
here for you. So
Yeah, I ain't waiting.
Actually,
I think
no,
I'm doing the same.
I'd be like, do you know what?
Bye,
You
honey.
Go off because it's over.
Bye, girl.
Bye.
Bye, bitch.
Bye.
Nah, honey. Nah. You go. Your daughter.
that's
I
so
don't like
trashy.
swearing, but you go, girl. You tell him.
Yeah.
to fuck.
Ew.
Honestly, the audacity of some people.
But these are
Literally.
kids, though. Like, you got to
No.
remember that's a child, though. It's not an adult.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
the thing. But like the thing is, child or adult, like what as a person, like would even give you the like thought or like want to like walk up to somebody that you're dating? Obviously, you have to care about them to date them and be like, can you just chill here while I go like experiment with this other person and then I'll come back? Like what? Who? How could you do this to somebody? Like I don't get it. I don't get people's thought process.
I feel
That
like
is
that's
amazing.
a typical
Well.
kids thing, though. I feel like it's typical of kids because it's not date. It's not they're not really dating. They go out to the cinema occasionally. They hold hands at school, that in the playground.
Ew.
Creepy
This,
stuff.
You know,
is
it's not until
another-
they're like 15, 16 when you got to worry about like what they're doing with their boyfriends and girlfriends. But I feel like it's a typical kid thing to do. But then also, I feel actually the parents should be having a conversation with that child. Like, sorry, but your child says this to my daughter. Maybe you need to have a chat with your child.
Yeah,
No, but
But
this,
it's-
no,
yeah.
this is another thing. Yeah, children, yeah, are growing up so quickly. Like, oh my god, like
This is so yeah.
some of my nieces and nephews. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in a long-term relationship now, and I'm like, what? You're just like, it's like 10 years, not 10 years old, but like you're like 14 or 15. But it's like, no,
They-
you need
they
to go and enjoy life.
I know someone who's
Yeah.
I think she's 21 and she's got a baby and they've been together for something like kids. And I'm like, oh my god.
that's
They've been together for like 7-8 years, they've got a baby. I'm like, oh my god, you've got your life sorted out. You're like,
literally.
I'm 23 and I'm still going out drunk most weekends when I could.
Liz said, I was so proud. The best response. Yes.
Definitely, Liz.
Give to the girl.
Definitely, Liz.
Bye, track.
I would be here clapping as your daughter said.
Girl
it.
power.
You go, girl.
We love the Spice Girls. Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Girl power, guys.
Wow. Every boy, every girl. Spice like we like. I'm canceled.
So let's see what other.
Who are you, Brian? Who is he?
So we have Brian Nicey says, I would have threw it too.
Yes, girl.
Car, bitch, I'm breaking your window. Oh my gosh. And then
He bust those windows out in the car. That's what you bust those windows.
Right. Trisha
Definitely
Miller,
Fisher.
no one should ever put their hands on you. No one should ever put their hands on you ever.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen, girl.
Amen to the men, girl. Totally 100% support and agree. And that is the T.
That is. Liz Clayton Brown also says, I believe that sometimes people come into our lives for just a chapter or two. Others come to the end of it. For real.
Definitely.
I totally
Yeah.
support that, Liz. Definitely. I think people come into your lives for certain reasons to teach you certain lessons. Like how I went into my story about each and every one of my relationships, like how each guy taught me something different. Like, and obviously I'm not with them anymore, but they did teach me something. And I did take something from that. And if I didn't have that knowledge, well, girl, I'd be screwed. So it's good to have that knowledge and what to look for in a relationship. So I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a big believer that everything happens for a reason. Obviously, I don't want no one to get beaten. I'm not good, that obviously, but it molds you and shapes you into the person that you are.
Yeah.
Sometimes, obviously, wounds can be deep, and those things you don't fully heal from them.
Yeah.
But it is a big learning curve,
Yeah.
or is it curb? I don't know.
Not learning.
But yeah. So you learn from everything. You learn from everything that happens in your life.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that kind of like goes like in like with this comment she said, your past is your experience, Your present is your experiment. So you use your experience in your experiment to get your expectation.
Look at Debbie. I want you to adopt me.
I
Debbie's a
love that.
philosopher.
She's a philosopher.
She's a philosopher. She's basically a drag queen and like a gay supporter. Like Debbie's just everything. She signs papers and she needs a line like this and get everything behind her name of what she does.
She's the queen of gays.
President. She's gonna be the next president. I live for her.
Yes.
Oh my god, talk about your presidency going to be out, isn't he? that shall that not be named. Jesus Christ.
Lord
Oh,
Voldemort.
Oh, yeah, freaking hell. Get him out.
Well, you know what? It was so nice waking. Like, obviously, I know just because I went to sleep Thursday and woke up Friday in a new year, that things are bam back to normal or whatever. But like waking up and being able to be like, I no longer have to say 2020. Like I never have to fucking say 2020 ever again. It's now 2021. Was like just like a relief celebration. And then I was talking yesterday to a few friends or whatever. We were talking about like the new year and we hope we can get back to this and that. You know, just kind of chat. And I was like, oh my god, we literally just celebrated surviving and ending that fucking shit of a year 2020. And now in like 2 weeks we can celebrate again when we flush the orange fucking turd. I'm so excited.
Impa the Impa is at.
When things open here, we'll have a drink, but nothing's open here. So
Drink together.
It's not, and I don't think it's going to be open anytime soon, Mikey.
yeah.
I just want the world to return to a state of something. I don't know. Obviously not back to normal. The world is never normal, but just like something.
I miss cuddling and kissing people. I miss a good kiss. Don't you miss grabbing someone and kissing someone? I just miss it.
Oof,
With their
girl,
permission, of course.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
Miss it.
Liz went to a swingers mansion once in Seattle, Washington.
Oh, Liz, I love a good
Is-
swingers party.
Is it still there? Because I want to go to this mansion.
I've never been before, but I'm
I want to go to the party.
We love a mansion. I'll just like take pictures. And
I'll
pretend
just be in the mansion. Yeah, I won't be at the swinging part. I'll just be at the
Oh,
mansion.
photo shoot.
Oh my god.
I love that.
Trisha says, Debbie, it's his loss. Oh my god, she's a blast. I love her. Yes. We love Debbie. Yeah,
Debbie,
Debbie.
you're coming on our show as a guest, girl. We've already decided.
Oh my God, we have to have Debbie on. Yes, that'd be so fun.
Get her in.
Debbie, so she says, I was truly the queen in the house. Definitely going clubbing with you guys. Yes. Come on, girl. So excited.
Party.
I love that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Liz said, I have no idea if the mansion is still there. It wasn't. Okay, girl.
Yes.
What I
And
want to
then-
know is,
and-
what were you doing at a swingers party? That's what I want to know.
It was like that was back in the day. You know what I mean? Like people didn't care. Free love, everything. All loving life.
Yeah, it was.
They were all loving life. Flower power.
Yeah.
Power.
Debbie said, yes, Mikey, I miss hugging people. Seriously, that's like the weirdest thing. Like, so I did like, I probably can count on like both of my hands how many shows I've done in 2020, drag shows, like actually in person, which sucks because usually I can count on one hand how many shows I do in a week. So like, it really sucked that like a lot of drag got like, drag got canceled basically because of the pandemic. I get it. But like, it was so weird. Like the couple shows I did, it was like, I literally I showed up to the club with my stuff all on, my suitcase, my mask on, and I just went right back to the dressing room. I changed between performances, did my performances afterwards, put my mask back on, and walked out. And like, I felt bad because like a lot of the shows I was like in and out. I didn't talk to anyone and interact with anyone. But I'm just so used to like, as a drag queen, like, when you interact with people, taking pictures of them, hugging them, having shots of them, doing things like that. And I just didn't want to do all the interaction with all these people because you just don't know, especially with the pandemic. Like, do you have do you have to get it from you or not? Like, so it just like, it was really weird because I'm just like doing these drag shows and then I feel like a bitch because I'm like, sorry, I can't take pictures and talk to you. Like, and it's just because you want to like interact with all these people and like possibly get like COVID or something.
People need to understand we're in a different time and place at the moment. So just know.
Definitely.
But do you know what also throws me off about America? Yeah, because obviously we don't tip our drag queens. Yeah, so you guys all throw your money, honey. Like
Yeah.
If you did that here, you would physically hurt the drag queen because, like, one of our lowest coins is £1.
It hurt. It
So
would
you would
hurt. It would
You
hurt.
would throw metal coins at a drag queen. So this is why I'm like, it throws me off. So I'm like, what?
Wait,
I would get to America, just throw coins at you. That's what I would do.
No,
So I
yeah.
wouldn't even have dollar bills. I'll throw
Wait.
coins at you. I'm like, this is not okay. Why am I going to do this to you? Why am I
you
gonna...
guys don't have paper money?
No, so we have
We
payment
don't
money
pay
for
for money.
5, 10, 20, and 50.
Yeah, it's too expensive to give it to drag queens.
A pound coin, £2 coin, 50p coin, 20p coin, 10p coin, 5p coin, 2p coin, 1p coin.
Oh, girl, that's just too much for me. Let me give you my Amex card.
Like you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna like.
Don't have a smaller, like, obviously
We don't.
our smallest bill is $1, and then like
Yeah.
you know, that's usually what people give. Like, obviously, when people come to shows, depending on who it is in the audience, what the show is, who's performing, you know, all that stuff depends. So like, people come to shows and then, you know, they'll have cash. They'll have 1s, 5s, 10s, 20s, and then depending on, like I said, depending on the show and stuff, is what they tip you. I mean, I've gotten 20s before as tips, and then obviously 1s. So like, it just depends. But
I
like,
guess it also depends on the people's budget as well, because some people have
Yeah.
more money than other people.
I mean,
What happens if I came to the UK with a stack of like $200, like $201 bills, and they gave them to the queens? Could you guys use American money or no?
You
No,
can't-
we can't.
No, actually, no, you can't. You'd have to get it. Well, no, actually, if you have it in one amount, you probably could get it. You could probably. I'm not sure about dollar bills, but if you got like,
no, you can't use dollar bills here.
huh?
Sorry, girls.
can't
I'm
use
thinking
dollar
the
bills.
Queens, but I'm thinking you could probably because they could then get it currency shop, and then I don't know what the
Oh, you can take to the exchange
But I don't know what the
place.
limit
Yeah.
is because sometimes, like for example, you can't take coins to be swapped to UK currency. It's only notes. But then I don't know about dollars because they
I don't
have
know.
dollar. Yeah, I don't know. It's to be fair, honey. If you're gonna come in here, honey, you're gonna swap those fucking dollar bills for fucking pounds, bitch.
I'm like,
Oh, this bitch.
well, note to self, that note
You
to
can
self,
you can put that effort in, honey, and not make the queens do the effort.
note to self when I come
Anyway,
to
we're
the
running out of
UK.
time.
I got them.
Any more quick comments before we finish?
Well, I was just gonna say, note to self before I come to the UK. I'm gonna have to ask the club people for like double my pay to make up for the tips I'm not gonna get, because I don't need fucking metal coins being thrown at me while
Yeah,
I'm,
but you might get paid more.
I'm
in the
too
UK
fabulous
appearances.
for all that.
You
I'm
might
too
end up
fabulous
getting.
to
Oh my god! You should come over as Scarlet Overkill and do Porn Idol as a judge. Shouldn't you, Mikey?
See that? Okay,
Oh, you should.
literally, when you brought that up
Email
earlier,
Jeremy.
when you brought it up earlier, Mikey, I knew exactly what you were talking about, and I know exactly. I've obviously never been to Porn Idol or like was part of it, but like obviously like all the Drag Race girls, I know a couple of them. I've worked with them before and stuff like that. So
Oh, yeah.
like they have done Porn Idol before, so I know like what it is from like them. But oh my god, I would love that to see to like just sit there in full drag, being all like with my cocktail fabulous and watching people strip in front of me. Hell yeah! Where do I
And
find?
you've got points cards. You'd be like, you're literally like this. It's like Strictly Come Dancing. That's what it's like.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my God.
But they do a song and they strip, and you get to see penis, you get to see boobs, you get to see vagina,
All of it.
bum.
Bum.
I'm gonna do this show now. Well, anyway, this was such a. We have about 2 minutes left till the show ends, so it was such a fun episode. First of all, thank you, Mikey, for coming on, being our very first guest.
Yes,
Thank
Mikey.
you.
Thank
Thank you for having me. I'll be back anytime, darlings. Anytime.
Yeah, you're very welcome. So we usually end the show, Mikey, by just kind of. You saw the show before, going around and throwing some last-minute thoughts, comments out there, best wishes to people, whatever you have to say. The floor is yours.
Oh, do you want me to start?
Go ahead, yeah. Since you're the guest.
Well, guys, it's been lovely being here. And also, just remember, you're not alone, guys. We're all in this together. So just you can reach out to us. Our socials are everywhere. I slide into my DMs, guys. Slide in. I'm like Oprah. I'm like Oprah. So come in. I'll answer your questions.
You
I'll
get
look
a
into
car.
your
You get a
questions.
car.
Exactly. I'll look at the ball.
As long as
for
it's not you get corona, you get corona, you all get corona.
Yeah, we all get corona. Corona's in everyone's future. But yeah, we're all in this together. Don't feel down.
Yeah.
And I love you all. Love to everybody. Love to everyone.
Yes.
Love that.
Brian, what about you?
Well, guys, pray I don't have coronavirus because my throat is really, really sore. I think after here, I'm going to go get like cough drops or something. But my advice and insight for all of you is take this new year to focus on you, girl. It's a new year, new beginning. Make something, take a step, baby steps towards something great that you always wanted to do. In regards to today's topic, don't feel you ever have to stay in a relationship because of things like children or having a house together or any of that. You can always leave, make yourself. It's always important to put yourself first and assess your situation. Don't force yourself to stay in a situation that you don't want to be, and just, stay happy and safe and healthy. And I hope the new year is good to all of you. And I can't wait to make more crazy podcasts and just be crazy with everybody.
Yes, I'm so excited. What about you, Brett?
I just have to second what these guys have said, really. Just look after yourselves, take care, make the most out of 2021. Hopefully it's going to be a million percent better than 2020, fingers crossed. And also just if you guys once again have any topics, something you'd like us to discuss, or any or if you want to be a guest, thank you for those who have dropped us emails this week about topics. But please drop us an email at acrossthepond11@outlook.com. And we will make those our topics. So yeah.
Yes.
And stay well, everyone, and see you next week.
Yes.
Yes.
Love that. Yes. So, yep, exactly what Brett said. Email us below at the email there. You can ask us questions, give us topics for later shows if you want to be a guest, or someone who wants to be a guest. You can follow us on Facebook at Across the Pond Officially. You can follow us on YouTube at https://rb.gy/IQZMSN. You can find us on Instagram at Across the Pond Official, all one word, all lowercase letters. You can also follow us on Twitter, ATP, all capital letters, 0, FFICIAL, that's all lowercase letters. And you can find our podcast on Spotify, iHeartRadio, anywhere you get streaming services at Across the Pond Official. So yes, I just want to say thank you everyone for watching, everyone for supporting us. This is only our 5th episode and we already have so much love and support, and we're Happy New Year to everyone. We're thankful for everyone who's been supporting us and following us so far. Continue to watch our show. Stay safe, stay healthy, be kind to one another. We're in a new year. We survived 2020, which means we can do anything, people. So let's keep it up. Let's beat this virus, and let's come out stronger, better, happier, and healthier than ever. And to finish the show, one last thing.
We have a little surprise.
Y'all thought we were done? Oh, no. Oh, no.
Ooh.
Tune in next Sunday.
I'm going to do a different. No, joking.
Death drop. Yeah. So tune in next Sunday because we will have another guest, obviously, but we'll be doing our very first giveaway. Ooh.
And this applies to both USA and the UK, honey.
Yes. No matter where you're watching from, no matter what country, this giveaway
No
to everyone.
matter where you are, girl.
But if you're Wobbit in Australia, sorry you can't. Try, bitch.
Guys, I'm the giveaway. You can bid for me. No.
Mikey, we want a decent prize.
Up here.
We want a decent prize that someone's going to try and get.
This is our prize.
Excuse me. Who doesn't want this hairy chest or my pepperoni
They don't want
nipples?
trash.
Like,
Darling. They don't want trash.
excuse
Oh my
me.
gosh, I can't even.
I am a classy bird.
Anyway, guys.
But anywho, yes, we will be doing a giveaway for next weekend's episode. The giveaway will end this Friday night, the 8th, but we will be leaking all the information about how you can enter the giveaway tomorrow on our Facebook and Twitter and Instagram pages. So keep an eye out for that and see what you could win.
Yeah.
So thank you all for
Nothing
watching.
right.
I hope you all enjoyed, and we will see you next weekend. Bye, everyone.
Next weekend.
Bye.